What's going on, guys? Today I'm back with another H.A.T format replay review for you guys. If you're interested in sending in your H.A.T format replays, you can go down to the video description and find all the information on how to go about sending those in. Anyways, the match I have for you today, we have Propkers 2K10, who is going to be on pure Constellar, versus Riftwa, who is going to be on a kind of double summon gadget deck. So both very cool and interesting variants of their respective decks, so this should hopefully be a very good match. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Here, we will see Prop win the rock, paper, scissors and get to start this one out. Opening hands, we see Instant Fusion, Soul Charge, Upstart Goblin, Forbidden Lance, and Reinforcement of the Army, so all of the spell cards. And on the other side, we see Double Summon, Tin Goldfish, Star Drawing, and Solemn Warning. So also a very solid hand here from Riftwa. Obviously, not seeing any sort of gadgets or anything is a little unfortunate. And also, I guess, going second isn't always the greatest for a deck like this that wants to set up, or I guess I should even say just this hand in general, but we will have to see how it goes here. Prop will get a draw for turn, getting their own copy of Solemn Warning, so they, have potential for a very good turn one play here. They are going to go for Rhoda, getting a copy of Pollux. From here, they're going to take a second to think. They are going to upstart, and crazy upstart there, getting the cost, the other thing they needed with the Pollux, so they definitely have a lot of plays here going normal summon Pollux, additional summon the copy of Cost. From here, activating Instant Fusion. Riftwa says it's good, going for Marvelous, so maybe a Lavalval chain play, which it is going to be. Detaching the copy of Pollux, sending a copy of Sombre here. After that, they're going to take a second to think. They are going to Soul Charge the Sombre and the copy of Pollux here. And after that, use Cause Double Effect and go for a copy of Pleiades, because obviously they increase the levels. After that, just setting 2 and passing to Riftwa, who gets a copy of Machina Gear Frame. From here, let's see what they do. They are gonna normal summon Tin Goldfish and use its effect. And here Prop is thinking they are gonna go for a copy of Star Drawing. So here, they take a second to think. They're going to overlay for Karen Gorgon, and because they use the Star Drawing as a material, they will get a draw here if it's good, and Prop is going to warning that, so very unfortunate for Riftwa, but they do have the double summon, so they can go for that copy of Gear Frame, which can then activate its effect and add a copy of Fortress. Unfortunately, they can't summon the Fortress here, but they can go to battle phase and try to run over the Sombre. In damage set, Prop is going to activate that Lance, so they are in a very commanding position. Here, Riftwa sets 1, but the Pleiades will bounce that back row, and back over to Prop, who gets a copy of Algiadi, so this might just be game, honestly, activating Lavalval Chain, and Riftwa is just going to scoop it up. Very dominant game 1 here from Prop, but now Riftwa will get to go first. Opening hands, we see MST, Lance, Algiadi, Fiendish Chain, and Torrential. And on the other side, we see a Gear Frame, Yellow Gadget, Mind Control, Solemn Warning, and Fortress. And here, Riftwa will get a draw, getting that copy of Star Drawing again. So definitely a better position to be in this time around, going and summoning the Yellow Gadget, adding a copy of Green Gadget. After that, setting 2 and just passing. So while it doesn't seem the strongest, they do have the warning as well as having the mind control if need be. And Prop's hand is a little bit slower here as well. Obviously, they just got the Instant Fusion, so if they really wanted to, they could go for the Algiadi plus Instant Fusion to make a rank 4, but they might just have to play it slow with some back row here. And they're going to go Blind MST. Okay, so this could be very determinative, going and hitting the mind control. Okay. So here they are going to summon Algiadi, and that is met with warning right away. So Prop just sets 2 over to Riftwa, who I believe they drew that copy of MST, which they're also going to go for the Blind MST, hitting the Torrential. Very strong card to hit right there too. So very back and forth here. Star Drawing is normal summoned, and this is the Fiendish Chain. Okay. So after that, Fortress is going to be summoned by discarding itself and the Gear Frame, going to battle phase and just doing a lot of damage here. And I guess they're just kind of looking over how Star Drawing works, it looks like, just at quick glance. Main phase 2 going for King of the Fairlimps. Here, Star Drawing is activating, not the actual King of the Fairlimps, and that is going to meet the Fiendish Chain because, again, Star Drawing activates. Here, Prop gets a copy of Wiretap, and that's not a great draw here. Just setting 3, actually just putting everything on the table over to Riftwar, who gets a Kage, which is a great draw here. They are going to go and, potentially commit into this board, as we did see the Torrential already be used. Well, not used, but get destroyed. So they're kind of free to do this, going for the green gadget, probably chaining the Kage, but not even going to show it there. Here, Prop just scoops it up and straight on into game number 3. This has gone by like really quickly so far, honestly. Opening hands, though, this game, we see Soul Charge, double Upstart Goblin, Koss, and Pollux, and on the other side, we see Star Drawing, Forbidden Lance, Photon Thrasher, Red Gadget, and Yellow Gadget, so both pretty decent hands, I want to say, from both, though obviously Prop kind of opened that same combo that they did for that first game, so this might be a little bit of a quick match, honestly. Let's see, drawing into a copy of MST, activating one of the Upstarts and getting a copy of Koss, activating the other Upstart and getting the Sombre. Here, normal summoning Pollux, going for Koss. Well, I guess they didn't have the instant fusion, actually, so here it looks like Prop is going to go into a copy of Tsukiyomi, probably setting the 2 back row and then activating it, discarding their hand and drawing 2. Getting a copy of Breakthrough Skill is good to at least have some other form of disruption. Here, going for the Soul Charge that was just drawn, just so that they don't reveal that, obviously one of these back row is a bluff here, and then going for Sombre, Koss, and Koss. Okay, nice. So kind of basically the same thing, almost just without a copy of the Pleiades here. I don't think they can. Oh, they could technically get to one, I believe, if they go for the Lavalval Chain and send here, because they didn't use the Koss this turn. Even then, it's a soft once per turn, but what they could do is detach the Koss here, send another monster of sorts of a Constellar, use the Sombre effect, banish one, add the other, additional summon the Koss, and then be able to just increase levels. So let's see what they do here. Here they're sending an Algiady, using Sombre, banishing the Algiady, adding back Koss, additional summoning it. So yeah, exactly as I mentioned here, and they have the Breakthrough Skill to back it up. Ooh, here Riftwa gets the copy of Chain Summoning. So maybe they actually were on Chain Summoning over the double summons, though I believe we did see the double summons last time. So very interesting. And they are going to start with Thrasher. Prop says it's good, and here they're going to think they're going to go Yellow Gadget, and Prop is going to think using the effect, here getting a copy of Green Gadget. Maybe they can't even go for really an Exciton here. Pleiades is going to activate to bounce the Yellow Gadget. Lance is going to be chained, and now the Chain Summoning is live, so this is a huge, swing for Riftwa here, who now is going to be able to get, up to 3 normal summons this turn. And let's see what they choose to go for. Just going to battle phase. Okay, attacking into the Pleiades that obviously had the Lance activated on it. Main phase 2, normal summoning the copy of Star Drawing, going for Exciton. Star Drawing, if this resolves, is going to activate to draw. And then chaining the Exciton to it. Here, the Breakthrough Skill is going to be chained. And do they not get the draw because this was detached, is what I'm getting at here? Or let me see. If this card is used as an Xyz material, you can treat it as a level 5, and Xyz monster that was summoned using this effect on the field gains this effect. Okay, so interesting. Or I guess it wouldn't activate because the last thing to happen was the copy of Breakthrough Skill, so it's technically negating both in that case because, okay, I see what happened there. But anyways, summoning that copy of Green Gadget, getting a Red Gadget, and yeah, it's not really looking good for Riftwa here, but at the same time, Prop does have to kind of deal with, no, I guess they don't have to really deal with the Exciton because the Breakthrough Skill can just banish itself, negate this, and then swing in for some damage. Anyways, here we see Lavalval Chain activated to stack Sombre to the top, activating that copy of Tsukiyomi, discarding the Max C, drawing into that Sombre, and Warning. So Warning was definitely an MVP in this match, banishing the Pleiades and adding back the Koss via the Sombre, summoning the copy of Koss, and then here using the effect, just doing the same thing over, going for Pleiades and switching the Tsukiyomi to attack. Going into battle phase, Exciton's activated, Breakthrough Skill is chained to that, swinging over that copy of Green Gadget, swinging in with the Tsukiyomi. Main phase 2, we'll see this Warning come down over to Riftwa, who gets a copy of Soul Charge. That is a great draw here, honestly. And let's see if they can bait enough to go through with it. Here, going for Soul Charge, going for 4. Okay, so going for a very big play, but here that warning is going to be able to activate here. So Rift was kind of on better have it. They're just going to set one. Pleiades can activate, bouncing it over to Prop, who gets an instant fusion, just going to battle phase, trying to put in all the damage. Riftwa needs like a crazy draw, like an extender or something to actually get out of this. And they get a copy of Mirror Force, interesting enough, setting 2. Oh, and here Prop can activate the Pleiades to bounce the monster, MST the back row, and Prop does take that one. Honestly, really quick game. Surprised how, one-sided both games kind of felt. Like game 1, Prop definitely felt in the lead. Game 2, Riftwa definitely felt in the lead. And then back to game 3, Prop definitely felt like they were just really ahead. Even though I will say that Chain Summoning, is a very scary card. There definitely was a lot of potential for that to go wrong if, Riftwood had kind of a better hand in a sense. Like, don't get me wrong, that with all the gadgets is good, but usually you want to have some form of extenders as well added onto that, especially already playing through a lot of interruption and stuff. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it, comment any questions or videos you want to see in the future, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified anytime I put a new video out, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to go down to the video description to find out how you can send in your hat format replays. Whether you won or lost, if you thought the deck you or your opponent was playing was pretty cool, feel free to send that in. I'm sure a lot of people would love to see it. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video.